Howdy, everybody. Episode 65 of Video Rot. Getting closer and closer to the Christmas holiday. Hopefully, everybody's got something wonderful planned. Todd and I have one more episode before that day. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do yet. I know I wanted to do an episode where we sort of go over a curated list of holiday commercials from our upbringing. I thought that would be fun. But if you guys have any other ideas that are holiday themed, feel free to let us know in the chat. You guys can always join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. In fact, let me get that banner in there because I missed it. Or you guys can join our free Discord and, of course, comment on the video when they go live the following week. But let us know what you want to see in here, and we'll definitely abide. So, all right.
What's been going on, man?
Not much, man. Like I said, this is actually our second attempt at this, so I feel like I'm treading. I hate to fake it, but I was talking about how work gets stressful during the holidays before, and it is what it is, man. Everybody's taking vacation, and it's just turning into that thing. And I'm always like hitting this boiling point because I always get a little time off too. And then once the year starts over, I got all my PTO again, and I could fucking take a breather. And I always feel like I'm just at that point at Christmas time, like I'm right at the end. I'm at the fucking end mark, and I'm just about to pop. So I just got to make it. And another thing I have to remember, I just swore. I have to do my best to bleep this stuff out because I'm tired of getting demonetized. And I don't even know
Yeah,
why
it's ridiculous.
our last video got demonetized because there was nothing to demonetize. But we've been doing pretty good on the for the most part. If you notice, most of our video rots are monetized. So I just have to be on top of that. And I just caught myself swearing, so I got to make sure to edit that out because we need that sixth sense. What can I say? But anyway, yeah. So today I had a fun topic. Kino Lorber had their annual holiday sale, so I loaded up on some stuff. Todd did as well. I had been wanting to catch a copy of The Wildlife, and Todd ended up getting it as well. So we're going to end up talking about that. But we're going to end up talking about just, I think in general, that movie I want to pick it apart, but also just other films that not forgotten movies, but just like lost completely. Because like there's certain movies that I've seen in my adulthood where I'm like I've never heard of it. Like where is this movie? And a lot of times it's because you can't find them to rent or stream. Like for example, Wildlife is not available to rent or stream or buy or anything. And so thank goodness put it out and got some rights to it because that's the only way you can watch the flick and they have a physical copy. But before they put it out, you might have read about it and you're like, what is this movie? But before we get into all that stuff, I just want to kind of see what's new with Todd. I want to check in, see how the holidays are treating him, and if you've got anything you want to show off.
Holidays, yeah, I'm kind of getting around to that. I think I got pretty much everything for the kids ready to go, and then nephews. We're doing like a secret Santa for the nephews and nieces, so we only have to buy for one, which is good. So got that taken care of. Other than that, man, it's been a busy week. Busy week. We got my dog into the vet. She's doing a little bit better today, so I've been dealing with her. She hasn't been able to walk very much. She's have like infections that are like messing up her joints and all that shit. So, but she's doing better today. But other than that, man, it's been just work. Work's crazy.
What's your thoughts on the whole Christmas thing? Because you're doing Secret Santa for your extended family, which is good. You only have to worry about one, like you said. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of glad all my family can't get together. I know, like my mom and everybody wishes everybody could be all together, but then you feel this pressure. Like I can't get everybody gifts. Our family's huge, dude. I just can't. Like I would
Yeah.
go broke, and you don't want to be so it's like I think it's either an all or none thing. Like can we either just like not do it, or uh, you know, I guess kids are one thing. Maybe or create a rule where it's like okay, just kids. Nobody worry about any of the adults. Like it's not for us. But
Yeah, I don't get anybody any gifts except the kids. So, and then
You
we
don't
do
get your wife
secret.
anything?
I did get her one thing. Yes. I
can you
got
tell
her.
us? Will she see this?
I just got her a hoodie, sweatshirt. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's really conservative.
yeah.
So before my mom came to live with us, I hadn't celebrate I didn't celebrate Christmas for since like 2013. So I went almost a decade of not celebrating Christmas, and I got real used to it. And I love Christmas, so it's kind of weird, but I got used to it. Just kind of, and I'd still put up a tree, and I'd still decorate in my house, like for me, and I'd even put like lights, some lights outside and stuff. But I didn't, I'd be a lot of times I'd just be alone. I'd just wake up and just be a normal day, chill out, play video games. And I still I still got into the season. I still liked going out and about and seeing everything decorated, going out to the shops and
Did you
stuff.
put out milk and cookies like Kevin McAllister?
And I ate them myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but ever since my mom came to live with us, we started celebrating Christmas. So now we have Christmas again, which is kind of nice. And I could take it. So it's like I literally just have to buy for like, Eva and her, and it's in my Andrew. If Andrew comes over, we get him a couple of things, and it's small. It's like okay, but yeah, I got to get her stuff because it's like
What did you
she
get
never.
for the wife?
I always get I mean, like I said, this is only our third Christmas actually celebrating, and she gets spoiled, man. My mom buys her a ton of stuff. I buy her a ton of stuff. Like it's really all about her. It's crazy. Like when you see the when you were a kid, it was a big deal. Like how many he got more presents than me. Like how many presents
Yeah.
you get? I got 10. He got 11. What is this? Right? And you don't really have a concept of quality. It's just all quantity. And dude, even the last couple of years, like when we have because we always do it every morning or even Christmas Eve night, I'll go under the tree and I'll make piles. So it's like when you wake up in the morning, you just have your piles already there. It's just everybody goes sit in front of your piles. Let's get this over with. And then that's when you really find out like who has what, dude. And it's never even like, dude, Eva's got like double anybody, dude. Like fucking 30 things. Because my mom will buy a shit ton for her. And my mom she'll buy me stuff, which is cool, but I'll take it, man. Because I had 10 years of no Christmas, whatever. But then I feel bad because it's like my mom never has like, she always got the smallest pile, dude. But it's not, but it's all quality. Like I spend, money. So, but I dig it. But this year is definitely downsized. Like for example, the first Christmas we had in the new house, that was not only the first Christmas we had in this new house, that was our first house together. And then, but it was also like her first real kind of traditional Christmas because they never really did anything super traditional. So I'm like, okay, well let's go. And my mom was here. I'm like, okay, let's go big. I spent so much money, dude, that first Christmas. Like you don't even want to know how much money I spent on her and everything else. So it's definitely downsized this year. But my mom just buys me records, man. I'm looking under the tree, dude. There's just a bunch of records. She's like, you know what this is? It's obvious. It's a bunch of albums, dude. Which is fine with me, man. I mean, I don't know what else you could get me. I'm kind of hard to buy for. I'm very hard to shop for, but I'm also simple. It's like just get me a movie you think I'd like, or get me an album, and I literally just make an Amazon list. Like, here's a bunch of albums that I think I would like, and here's like some movies I would like that I don't own, and here's a couple of games that I would like. Just fucking go wild. Like, literally, it doesn't have to be difficult because they're always like, oh, he's so hard to shop for. Like the man that has everything. I don't know what you have. You have so much shit. I'm like, I make a list, and it's so funny, man, because I said, well, because last year that's what happened. My mom bought me stuff I already had. I'm like, oh, mom, and I'm not afraid to tell her, like, I already have this, mom.
You're
She's
going
like, oh
back.
shit, huh?
You're going back.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, and it's like I've already got that. I've already got that. And then so I said this year, I said, look, yeah, it's just too hard. She can't come up here and rifle through my stuff because of stairs and all that stuff. But I just said, look, I'm not going to go through everything I own and just it's just always changing. So I will make a Christmas list like everybody does, an Amazon list, and I will give you a whole bunch of stuff on that list. I'll give you tons of stuff to choose from. I don't care if you pick 1, 2 things out of it. I'll just give you a giant list of stuff that I don't have that would be cool to have. And don't veer from this list because you might be running the risk of buying something I own, because the stuff that she knows I'm into, dude, she knows I'm into Metallica. Guess what? I've got everything you can buy Metallica. I don't even try and buy me Metallica. I've got it all. She still like knows me from high school. She knows I like Pantera. Yeah, that's dangerous water. Like, oh, I know how much you love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I have it. Don't even try. But anyway, and it was so funny because I went to go check the mail, and I and it was something from my mom's, like, I got there's a package in the mail and I had to go get it, and it had Mondo all over the box
Oh, okay.
because they print Mondo all over the damn fucking. They don't like let it be a secret. And I told her, I said, oh hey, it looks like so you got me something from Mondo, and I was like, I just got to warn you. I said, now, Mom, I didn't put anything from Mondo on my Christmas list. Did you veer off my list? She's like, I gotta be clever. I'm like, Mom, that was the point of the list. Because what happened last year? And I said, I have to tell you a secret. I buy a lot from Mondo. And I just like predicting like of the stuff that she knows I'm into, there's a good chance you got something. Like there
Hellraiser album or something.
yeah, stuff like that, right? That's what I'm thinking. She's like, oh no. She's like, well, you gotta tell me what you got. I'm like, I'll tell you what I got. And I came up here and I made a list and I went down there and I wrote down and I'm like, I'm just gonna go off the top. She's like, yeah, Hellraiser 1 through 3, Halloween 1, 2, 3. Damn it! And she got Halloween 3. I'm like, Mom, I told you. Like, and guess what? Mondo doesn't take returns. They're non-refundable unless it's damaged. I'm like, Mom, this is why. I said, now you have to stare and wait for that thing to go out as print so you can flip it for some money or something.
Yeah, you can sell it on eBay, I'm sure.
She won't really lose any money on it, but if she wants to wait, as soon as those a lot of those Mondos will come back into stock, but sometimes they take a year. Like I waited forever for Metal Gear Solid to come back into stock, and they finally. And sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it takes a year and a half, 2 years. But in the interim, man, you could flip it for double. So it's like just wait. But yeah, I told her I was like, don't veer from the list.
We should do a Secret Santa unboxing. So I should buy you something from Amazon and send it to you. You should buy me something from Amazon.
That would be fun, dude. That would be fun.
But
we'd have to do it for next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that means we have to get on it.
I'll do it tonight.
Yeah, tonight
or tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's put a limit. And this could be just goofy off the wall, like we don't even like something stupid, or it doesn't have to be something,
I will do whatever budget you're comfortable with.
What are you comfortable with?
What are you comfortable with?
I don't know.
You're not just some fucker at the office where it's like, okay, $20 limit. You're my best and oldest friend. I wouldn't have a problem doing 50 minimum. Or if you don't want to, that's fine. We can do 20.
Let's shoot for 40 or under. Because if it's something,
hairs at $10, that's funny.
We can do 50. It's just if it's something you want. I'm trying to think of should I get you something you want, or that I think would be cool that you want, or something stupid.
If it's stupid, there's no reason to spend $50.
Yeah.
I personally would like something I like. I don't understand the stupid gift. And I'll try and get you something you like.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
And here's what I'll do. Because like with Eva and my mom, there's going to be no secrets to what they're getting me, because literally they just bought off my list. Mm-hmm. I like there's only so much shit on my list. So I don't want you to go off a list of mine. You know me very well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, and I have a decent idea of what you have, but I might fuck up. But yeah, like I said, just we could return each other's shit to Kohl's.
Yeah,
and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's be creative with it.
We'll open it up next week on the stream.
Yeah, we have to open it up on the show. All right, we got to wrap it though, dude. Oh no. Oh shit. Tell you what, I'll get it in the mail, and I'll ask my mom to wrap it for me, dude.
Okay. I'll ask the wife to do it as well.
Yeah, ask Heather just to wrap it.
Okay.
Because we got to open it, man. We got to open it. All right.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Let me read a couple of comments. Yo Mamas or Lost Classics. Last Christmas, Dad gave me a car. The very next day, he sold it for crack. Aaron. Wow. Did I tell you that story? I must have told you that story, because that really happened. Okay. Ouch. That's all right. You'd rather have coal than trash superhero movies as gifts, by the way, I'm guessing. I mean,
yeah, I would.
I mean, yeah, if it's a trash superhero movie. I mean, Todd likes Quest for Peace. Fucking, you know what I mean? That's a trash superhero movie.
It is.
It really is. Some Alf socks. Okay, I have a question. This might make it easier or tougher. I don't know. Do you want it to be one item, like let's say a 50 cap, one item, or do you want to have the freedom of buying a couple of things and it could still be $50, but maybe you broke it up into a couple things? That could either make it more difficult or easier. I don't know. Does there?
We
I
could
don't
do
know
we could do that.
if you think it'll be okay. So just don't exceed the 50, give or take, or
Yeah,
whatever.
don't. Yeah.
I mean, like, whatever. I'm not gonna fucking mince it if it's like $50, 51, whatever. But
Or
yeah,
if it's 47 or 4, it does, yeah. Yeah.
let's not go. Oh, let's not go too over 50. And then yeah, if you want that to be a
And
couple
2
things,
under
one thing.
50, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see. I once bought a hardcore hentai on eBay called Legend of the Overfiend a few years ago. It was being sold by Goodwill. It came with a therapy business card, so I felt insulted by that coming with my hentai. I mean, okay. Yeah, a dildo, exactly. That's why I don't want to do the gag gifts, because Todd's gonna send me like a big fucking Fred the Hammer plaster cast dildo or something.
No, I'll get you something that you could listen to, watch, something that you can put in your room. How about
Okay, it could be whatever. I'm not saying there has to be parameters. Just let's try and buy stuff that we think we enjoy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
something
I mean,
I'll put on my shelf or you'll put on your shelf?
if that's
Whatever.
something to put in your ass, it doesn't matter. What if you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
No, okay, all right. So I don't know. Is there anything else before we get into the topic? Let's go ahead and start our first segment. Let's do name that Kino. This was Todd's
Yep.
week, which I'm always excited about because I don't think Todd's gone in a couple of weeks because we had a bit of a lapse, I think, or maybe he did, and we just didn't do Choose Your Destiny. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and I'm going to shut off the comments. Todd's going to get prepped, and I'm going to flex my muscles here.
Okay, let's see. So I have 2 mediums on this one because I don't know where it's going to go with you. So
Okay.
let me share present.
2 mediums. What do you mean?
Medium hard.
Okay.
So I have a hard, a medium hard, and an easy.
Okay. Are you going to go in order of easiest to hardest, or are you just going to like jumble them?
I'll jumble them.
Okay, it's totally up to you.
Okay. Those
All
are
right, Silhouette. Yay! Do you like these? Do you like these segments? They're fun, man. I know. I love Todd's idea a couple weeks ago of having the tournament. I just don't know if we could. Maybe we can do that for like New Year. I just don't feel like we have enough time to.
Yeah,
really
let's do it for New Year. Yeah.
Even though year end would be great, but okay, so we're ready to go.
Comments off, Aaron.
They're off. They're off.
Name that Kino.
Oh, that's a flat ass. Let's see here.
This is the hard one.
This is the hard one. Looks like a party of some sort. Is this like Trick or Treat?
No.
Halloween? Any Halloween movie? Is it Almost Famous?
No.
Yeah, I don't. It's not really 70s or whatever. Yeah, this one's tough. I don't recognize that flat ass. It's kind of hard to tell the period too, to be honest with you. I see a cast. The period's tough, and even the era of the movie. I mean, the thing is it's getting kind of hard to tell a movie from the 90s all the way up to the 2020s sometimes,
I mean, you can kind of tell in this photo, I think.
I don't know. I see a cast, and that's the only hint I'm trying to. What movie has somebody with a cast in it? I don't know. Go. It's not a Scream movie. Is it a Scream movie?
No, but that's a good guess.
Final Destination. Idle Hands.
No.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Okay.
Oh, I know this. Oh, I know this, and I know that chick. Gosh. This one's gonna kill me because I feel like I know that. It's like really hitting me. And you're 1,000% sure I've seen this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know this still. Is it like The Ring or The Grudge or gosh?
Nope.
Is it Tale of Two Sisters? Maybe it's foreign.
No.
Oh, dude. Drag Me to Hell, maybe.
No. Mm-mm.
It's been a while since I've seen that, so I don't know. It's killing me. Uh, Anything by Platinum Dunes, perhaps? Is this the Friday 13th remake? And I just don't remember it. Now, the Friday 13th remake looked uglier and had that ugly brown fucking color grade to it.
Yeah.
This is killing me because I feel like I know it. Is anybody in the chat getting it? Can you kind of look at the chat?
I haven't looked at the chat yet.
You can look at the chat and you're allowed to see if somebody's gotten it. I'm not looking at it. We got. Oh, I guess you can't see it from your end. I guess.
No. I'm gonna look
Oh,
at
that's
the phone.
That's weird. Okay, gosh.
Nobody's got it yet.
I feel like I know this. And is the third one a giveaway?
Third one's a medium easy.
I hate this. I don't want to waste too much time on it because I know what it is. But
The next one, the next one's not a dead giveaway, so I'll just go the medium easy. I'll give you one more, okay?
you don't have to do that. But I mean, go ahead and just give me the next one. I'll take no glory with it, but I'll at least try and get a. I won't accept any points. Oh my gosh, is this? It's like I want to guess a bunch of shit I know it's not. Is this a Wishmaster movie?
No.
Oh fuck, man. This is killing me. Why am I getting like Dimension vibes? Why am I getting like late 90s Wes Craven, early 2000s like Dracula 2000, all those type of shitty movies? Blade 2?
Nope. Nobody in the chat has gotten it yet.
Dude, I'm really struggling with it. This guy had a good time though. He's got a bukkake all over his face.
Figured you liked that shot.
I don't know, man. I give up. It's killing me.
All right. Here we go. Is the easy one giveaway.
Oh, Hostel.
Yep.
Dude, and I hate that because I haven't seen Hostel. I think the last time I watched Hostel was when I was in Omaha when in 2012 when I was working at Nebraska Furniture Mart, the movie. But still, I knew it, but it's been so long since I've seen it. And it's so
I
funny.
thought you would get it when you saw this girl. I was like, it's a dead giveaway.
Oh, because I know I've seen it, but I've only watched Hostel once or twice, and it's been 11 plus years since I've seen it. But you know what's
She's
funny?
the one who got her face all fucked up and hit by the train and stuff.
I don't remember too much. I remember the star. Yeah, the guy gave it away, but I remember it's got bootleg Harry Dunn from Dumb and Dumber in there.
Yeah.
But no, it was so funny. I should have guessed it. I felt like I was dancing around it because I guessed Scream, and then I wanted to guess. I didn't want to guess Thanksgiving because why would you put Thanksgiving on there? I haven't seen it yet. But Eli Roth he's in that era, and I'm like, fuck. And I should have said Thanksgiving because then I would have went to Hostel next just to clear the bases. I felt like I was dancing around it, but yeah, okay, that was a good one.
Okay.
I was listening to Eli Roth on Chris Jericho's podcast today, talking about Thanksgiving. Hopefully, they don't wait
too long. I know.
I don't want them to wait till Thanksgiving next year to release it on streaming to get maximum dollar because But I hope they don't because he's gonna have the sequel ready by next year, right?
No, 2 years.
2 years. Well, I mean, like I want to watch it sooner or later, but I couldn't make it to a theater. All right.
Okay, you'll be able to redeem yourself on this next one. Okay.
Okay. What the hell is that? A random alarm that I've never heard the sound of. I updated iOS today and apparently just changed all kinds of shit settings.
Yeah, that's Apple for you.
I've never heard that alarm in my life.
All right, Aaron, name that Kino.
Okay. Frank and Jesse, The Assassination of Jesse James, Young Guns, Young Guns 2, Maverick.
No.
I mean, I'm going through all these Wild Wild West things that clearly this movie looks like it was made in the 90s, at least the 90s. Oh gosh. Okay, can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Is the back of that guy's head, is that somebody notable?
No.
Okay.
Establishing shot.
Okay, establishing shot. Is this Wild Wild West?
Nope.
I'm doing the good guesses though. These are not bad guesses.
Nobody's guessing right in the chat yet. Either.
Oh my goodness. Is I'm not going to ask it because it's too big of a hint, but I'm trying to determine if this is really set to the period or if it's like, you know, not really in this period. Like maybe it's a play or maybe it's like, I'm okay, vacation where they're at a saloon and it's a reenactment.
It's not a reenactment. No.
I'm getting similar vibes, like late '90s, early 2000s vibes from this. Is it maybe? No, it's not like House on Haunted Hill because look at this. This almost looks like I don't know. Another guess. Maybe this isn't like Wild West. Maybe this is more like Flapper Days. The 30s or something. Go ahead, another one, dude. This doesn't look familiar at all.
You
sure
definitely
I've seen this?
yes. You definitely know this movie.
Hellraiser Bloodline,
No.
which I haven't watched my copy of yet. Oh,
Can't tell by the chewed up fingernails, dude.
they just look like mine. Chewed up fingernails,
I
dude.
was-
Uh,
God, I would have thought you would have got this in the first one. That's why.
No,
That's why I made these a little harder.
well, you made them really hard. That's okay.
I thought you've seen this movie a lot, man.
I don't recognize this pendant at all. And I just went through a whole bunch of movies through the period and I'm just trying to like riff and guess movies. I mean, it's not Interview with the Vampire.
Okay, the movie came out in the '90s, but it's not set in the '90s.
Obviously. Obviously there was like a fucking yeah, that's exactly what I guessed. 90s,
Yeah.
but obviously it's like a period movie. And I'm just trying to that's why I was guessing fucking Wild Wild West and all those movies.
Well, it is shitty like those movies.
Huh?
It is shitty like Wild Wild West.
Gosh, dude. And I guess Maverick, right? Because
But that's good. I love Maverick.
yeah, I'm struggling, man. I'm just trying to think. It wouldn't be some chick flick because you've never known me to
No.
watch like, those
Definitely
types.
definitely not a chick flick. I mean, the main actor is a hunk, though.
Aren't they all? It's not Legends of the Fall, dude.
No.
I'm trying to think of these. I'm lost. I'm absolutely. Is it a Western? Is it Flapper or Western era? Like Wild West. Just give me that. 19th century or 20th century. It's all I need.
It is. I want to say it's 19th century. Nobody's guessed it.
Hey, I have to make a call because I have to make sure she's taking something out of the oven. Sorry, guys. You get a cameo. I'm not gonna not to. Okay, I think she fell asleep. She was supposed to take something out of the oven. I'll edit this out. Be right back.
All right.
All right, that annoys me greatly. It's like, please confirm, otherwise I'm going to think you fell asleep. And then she had it. Like, can you fucking answer my messages, please? I had to stop. All right.
Yep.
Action.
It takes place in the 1920s.
Okay, so that's the 20th century.
What did I say?
You said 19th century.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Just I give up. I was a little distracted too because I was thinking about that oven shit. But I don't know. I'm really struggling. Legionnaire.
Yeah.
God, I've never finished this shitty movie.
I thought you've seen it a million times.
No, I owned it on VHS. We bought it used at a Blockbuster. I couldn't. I don't even know if I ever finished this movie. This movie's so bad. Like I the only thing I really know about this movie is the cover. You know what I mean? Like I don't really think I know this movie very well.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't remember anything about it. Now
That's my bad.
it's possible I actually sat through it, but it was that fucking bad. If I did, I don't remember it. I don't remember sitting through it. But it was bad, dude.
That's my bad.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you fucking like I'm gonna give you Derailed on yours next time. I'm gonna be like, hey, pick this early 2000 Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I'm gonna give you a bunch of them.
I would have sworn you would have seen Legionnaire multiple times.
I mean, maybe I've seen it at least once, but I don't even remember finishing it. It was a snoozer, dude. That's
Okay.
all right. That was really a deep cut.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what this last one's. You'll get this one.
Was Legionnaire late 90s or did it?
98.
Okay. All right. Well, I need to get something.
You'll redeem yourself in this one. This one's. You might be able to get it on the first slide.
Oh, let's hope so.
All right. Name that Kino.
Oh, this is a guaranteed first slide, Todd. A picture of a plate of dinner. Okay, it looks like it's at a diner because I'm looking at like it almost looks like a diner glass, but maybe it's not. I don't know. But that's a nice home cooked meal. There's bread. You got everything covered. You got mashed potatoes. You got a broccoli and you got a steak. And I see a weird bloody looking finger. What is with that finger pointing at it? Has it been picking a nose, dude? It's got like those bloody boogers, dude. Is that a kid? I see a fingernail. I don't know why you think I would get this one on the first one.
Well, it's kind of a big scene in the movie, or it's a memorable scene.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. My brain's hurting at this point.
All right, let's see if anybody's getting it. Yes. Yep, Yoshido got it.
Wait, somebody got it?
Yep.
Hold on. Is it Friday? Is it Nightmare on Elm Street 4, dude?
No.
Because he wasn't. No, he would have loved this. What am I, Rabbit? This is more like 90s, dude. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
You know it.
Wait a second. Is this Universal Soldier?
No.
I just want to eat. Is this Jingle All the Way when they're at the diner, dude?
No.
I just want to eat. He's got that bread in his mouth, dude. The roll. That's a roll. It's not really toast. Gosh. Yeah, give me another one.
All right.
I'm gonna start going through all the movies that have eating in it.
This is dead giveaway, man.
Is it?
Well, Gashido got it on the first slide.
Well, good for Yogashido or whatever. I can't. First slide. Gosh, is he beating off or is he pissing? Is he pissing blood? What's going on here? Halloween 2. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch. Okay.
You need to see, the problem with you is you don't talk yourself through these. Okay, what was the first slide?
Food.
Yes. Now, what is the second slide?
Bathroom.
Yes.
So it's at the same establishment. So it was like a diner.
You would think. What is he
Okay.
wearing?
Looks like a bowling shirt. Does he
Okay.
work there?
Okay.
This looks like some shitty like Dimension Extreme color grading. Like it looks this.
It's
Oh.
definitely unique color to it. That's why I was thinking maybe on the first slide might be able to get it. Pretty
Look,
easy.
guys, it's not easy being in the hot seat. Let me tell you, it's
I know.
just, it's not the same. Great. It's a diner. Is it Baby Driver? It's a diner.
No.
I don't know. A diner, and there's a guy that looks like maybe he works at the diner. He looks like maybe he's a busboy though. Maybe he could be a waiter. Is that even a guy? I don't know. Maybe it's a chick with a dick. I don't know what's going on. He ate, and is he throwing up? Or was he eating and the meal was going great? And he's like, hey, I got to run to the restroom. And he's got like a drug problem.
He's obviously taking a leak.
Why is he in the stall? He's one of those guys?
He's one of those guys.
It's weird, dude. You come off like one of those guys.
No, not a stall guy.
I don't understand it. Like, what's wrong with pissing next to your fellow man? I never understood it. Get a little bit of that black splash on there. I mean, my brain's just not working today. I feel like he's gonna get killed. Anybody that goes in a stall, we get like an upward shot. Something happens. Is someone gonna? Are we look at the angle? Why are we looking at him from over? Is something gonna come up from the top? Is there somebody that's gonna look up at him?
Why does it have to be a horror film?
Is this Clerks 2?
No.
Clerks 1? No, it's not Clerks 1. I don't know.
All
Is
right.
this what's it called? Big Lebowski?
No.
I don't know.
Waiting.
Okay. All right. Waiting. Great. That one fucking movie I watched back in 2005 one time. Great.
How can you not see? Waiting is on TV all the time.
Do I have TV? Who has had terrestrial TV and cable in like 20 years? I don't. Look, I remember this
How have
movie.
you only seen this movie once? The movie's hysterical, man.
I feel like if you would have given me slightly easier slides, I would have gotten it because we're talking about movies. Dude, I watched this one time in like 2005 when it came out. Now, if you would have shown me any one of these actors, obviously it would have been a getaway. If you would have showed me like the hostess chick or the boss, or if you would have showed me Louis Guzman, or even Andy Milonakis was in it. If you would have showed me anything
Well,
else besides,
that's why I couldn't show you Andy Milonakis because they're looking at this guy who can't take a leak in front of people. Remember, he
yeah, the
can't-
Mexican guy,
Yeah.
the waiter
Yeah.
guy. Now I remember. But
the lady with her food in the beginning, the guy who can't take a piss.
now
that's a huge part of
that
the
we're
movie.
explaining it, it makes sense. But yeah, dude, I don't know. You make it seem like I've seen these a million times. Legionnaire. You make it seem like I've seen it 100 million times. You see, I know you know it. Like, okay, I watched Legionnaire one time on VHS of all things, like long time. I don't know. Todd accused me of not talking stuff through, but how am I going to talk myself out of a fuck? Those aren't paper bags I'm talking myself out of. They're
Well,
like,
you were close, and I was giving you all the hints with the diner.
I know,
with the
but
waiter.
like,
You said a waiter. I'm like,
I don't know. Those are brutal, man. Those are brutal.
I think I would have gotten that one at least.
Yeah,
I
'cause
thought-
you're the one that you came up with it. Of course you would have
Well,
gotten
no, if you would have gave that to me, I would have gotten it.
because you've probably seen the movie more. When's the last time you watched that movie?
Probably about 8 years ago, but I would know. I have a good memory when it comes to
Fucking dude,
movies.
That
When it
could have
comes
been
to-
anything. You know how many movies have a diner with some fucking bitch putting down a close-up shot of a plate in front of like the sheriff or anybody? It's like a million.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have given you that shot if it wasn't a main part of the film.
I feel like if it was me that was giving it to you and I wanted to keep it challenging, I would have given something else to just change it up a little bit. A close up of a steak, fine, that's hard. I don't know. I feel like honestly, I wouldn't have it wouldn't have been a giveaway if you would have given me an exterior shot of the restaurant. I wouldn't have fucking known. You could have given me I'm like, okay. But it would have like I don't know. All right, next.
What does the chat think? Was that too difficult?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, so Silhouette got it, I guess, right? Or did you guess after we already reviewed? No, yeah, so I guess yeah, Silhouette was guessing like who got it? Gushido got it.
Bushido, yeah.
Well, honestly, guys, was that easy or was that on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult? How difficult would you say those were? Especially that last one. And it's only as difficult as like it's the eye of the beholder, right? Like how many times hard, very hard. Exactly. But I get it. If I had seen the movie like 20 times, Yeah, maybe it wouldn't be
Well,
so
I
hard.
don't. I don't know how many times you see these movies.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I just feel like you do this to me every time. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let's have fun, and I'll give Todd some softballs, and I'll make him like very easy, medium, hard. And then he always does this to me, and I'm like, then I have to sit there and pay him back. And the
Well-
next time, I'm like, well, fuck him. I gotta really be an asshole.
I think the last time I only got maybe one. I think.
I didn't get any of these. I didn't get any of these. I don't know. It was a little tough. Could have been better. Could have been better. No, I'm just good. Legionnaire, that came out of left fucking field, dude. Like, okay.
Oh, I came across that. I'm like, oh, Aaron's gonna get this. I was like, I know.
Okay. Okay, even if you were gonna do Legionnaire, that is maybe I could have like deduced it, even though like I'm familiar with the movie. I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through. But still, if you're gonna do a movie that's such a deep cut like Legionnaire, a straight to fucking VHS movie like Legionnaire, maybe give me a little leeway on the clips. Like, don't be so fucking obscure on the clips. Like, maybe show a desert. show something. Like, show something a little bit like, okay, you know, I think you have to gauge it. Or if you're gonna do a movie like if you did a movie like Hellraiser 3, that's where I think you can get a little harder because you know what I'm saying? Like those movies like that are if the movie's a little easier, get harder on your images.
I just did. Yeah, I just didn't know how many times you've seen Legion.
If the
I thought
movie's
you
a
had
little
said
bit
that.
more obscure, maybe be a little bit more friendlier with the shot. That's all I'm saying.
I thought you'd be able to quote Legionnaire. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. He was a French legionnaire in fucking Lionheart.
I know that's what's funny.
He's always the French Legion. Anyway, all right, so let's get away from this as fast as possible. Let's talk about our topic. So yeah, anyway, back to the topic of movies that are lost. You know, there's been a couple of movies along the way that I could talk about. Like I remember a few years ago, I watched this movie called not Above the Law, because it's very easy for me to say that because it sounds like Above the Law, but Beyond the Law with Charlie Sheen. I remember watching that on streamers a few years ago. I'm like, I never heard of this. And it was this early 90s Charlie Sheen vehicle where it's basically like Donnie Brasco, where he infiltrates a biker gang though. You know, he grows out his hair long, he grows out a big beard, he's like starts off clean cut in the force, and then he starts wearing the biker vest, and he infiltrates this gang that's ran by Michael Madsen. And it's just like Donnie Brasco, where he starts getting in too close, and he starts becoming best friends, and he starts thinking like him, and he starts getting violent like him, and he does. And the lines are blurring, and it's also got pretty sure it's got the chick from Men in Black, like what's her name, Linda Florentine, whatever her name is, the chick that didn't have much of a career after that. But that was Charlie Sheen. Oh, the Wraith, the Wraith isn't good. That's not to me. The Wraith.
I enjoyed the Wraith.
But the Wraith isn't forgotten. I feel like the Wraith is around. I don't know. But a movie like that, and these flicks, the only thing I could chalk it up to is like a movie like Beyond the Law, and the main movie I want to talk about in a minute, Wildlife, because like these are studio movies, and how would they just not exist anymore? How are they not available? How do we not see them on syndication running on like USA Network and shit like that? My only guess is it was just luck of the draw. These are movies that opened up against really stiff competition in the theaters, and they just got swallowed by a really big blockbuster year by a lot of movies. And for whatever reason, they were in and out of the theaters, and they just fucking never got a break on cable or anything. I mean, they just got just swept under the rug. I mean, when you take a movie like The Wildlife, it cost like $6 million and it made like $3 million. It fucking tanked.
That's
right?
crazy to me.
Before we get to, I don't want to get into it yet because I want to talk. But yeah, it just had to have just gotten swallowed by whatever it was going up against, and that's the only thing I can say. And I'm trying to think of another. You know what another movie is? The other one I want to say that used to be one of these movies. It's not a forgotten gem. It's like a fucking never was gem. Beyond the Law is like that. Wildlife. I didn't know Wildlife existed until fucking this year. Or maybe the last year. But I'm saying I never saw that fucking movie growing up. My mom never heard of it. How was that fucking and she was around. That was like her heyday. She's like 18. and she loved Fast Times. Fast Times came
Yeah.
out just a year or two, like what, the year before, 2 years before, something like that. It's just like, how does that just go over your head? But a movie that used to be like that was Trick or Treat, Sammy Kerr. It's not now. Like now, it's just been resurrected, and now there's this whole fucking cult of Sammy Kerr going on. Now there's just people. They sell the shirts. People,
There's
it's crazy.
merchandise. They're doing the blue or 4K, all that.
Yeah, and that's good. That's great. But that, dude, back when I first got Trick or Treat, nobody knew what Trick or Treat was. Nobody. It was on. They had Trick or Treat on Best of the Worst, Red Letter Media, back in the day, years ago. And if you're familiar with Best of the Worst, they have movies you've never heard of. They always pick these movies that are so obscure. They're not going to pick known bad movies. And they've had that. That movie would never be on Best of the Worst today because we know it. Everybody knows it. So yeah, that's on. It's like crazy. Nobody fucking knew what that was. And yeah, I so but that one got set. That one got rescued. Thank God. I think it's great it did. And I don't know. But yeah. So, but did you have any other examples before we talk about the wildlife of this?
Well, I mean, I have my own, grails that I still want on physical media. They're owned by Warner Brothers because they don't put out anything, which is If Looks Could Kill with Richard Grieco, which I think is a masterpiece. It's a James Bond ripoff from the early 90s. And what was the other one? Airborne, that we did a commentary on.
But would you say Airborne is a movie that we didn't know didn't exist? People, there's a niche that know Airborne. Like, I get it. It might not be out there, but I'm talking about like it's different. Like that was a movie that's been lost to time. Like I literally never knew, and my mom never knew fucking wildlife existed. You know what I mean? Like I think it's a little different. Like what the fuck? Where did this movie come from? Like
movies that bombed, I would really have to do some digging.
There was another movie I watched that I came across, and it was on a streamer. To its credit, it was this movie from the early 90s. It was called White Sands, and it starred Willem Dafoe, Mickey Rourke, and it had Sam Jackson in it too, early Sam Jackson movie. And I'm like, I watched it last year. I'm like, I never even fucking heard of this. Like where this fuck? And this was like the golden age to me, where Hollywood studios would make these like $20-30 million movies, and they were just shitting them out. And it's okay. And a lot of them were bombing, and they'd go on Cinemax or whatever. And it's the movies that would be on a streamer today. But it just blows my mind. I get really excited when I see a movie like that I've never even heard of. There's plenty of movies that
this is the one I always talk about that I never.
The Wanderers. Yeah.
I love this movie. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. That's the one I would think of off the top of my head.
But do you think that's unheard of though?
I don't know. I've never heard anybody talk about it before.
My mom has always talked about The Wanderers.
Okay, so
I just never watched it, but it's on my list though. I've got like I said, Kino has a Amazon Prime channel, and I got a trial for it this week, and I've got The Wanderers on there. And
that's the good thing about Kino is they have tons of good shit on there that I haven't found anything that's bad that I've purchased from Kino.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy it. I'm just gonna watch it on the streamer. I actually got it too, so I can watch Charles Bronson Cold Sweat on the Kino channel. But because I've been on that Bronson kick. But let me tell you, man, there's so many Bronson movies. It's impossible for them to all be good because they're not. I finally watched Messenger of Death. I've actually never watched it. That movie sucks, dude.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Messenger of Death, because it's like when you look at the VHS cover and the stuff, it just looks like a Charles Bronson vehicle. He's got the mustache, and it's got a title like Messenger of Death. Oh, you think he's a vigilante? No, it's just a Witness ripoff. It's like back when they made Witness, the Peter Weir movie, and you had like Harrison Ford. You had always people trying to rip it off, and it's not Amish people. It's crazy it's almost Amish, like crazy religious folk that are like from a small like commune, and there's a murder, and Bronson's a journalist. Bronson's better with a gun in his hand, let me tell you. Bronson doesn't kill a fucking person in this movie.
He's not a talker.
He doesn't kill anybody in this movie. No, but he still acts like Charles Bronson. But he's a journalist. Actually, I find it hard to believe he was a journalist because he wasn't acting like a journalist. Every now and again, he would talk. You'd see him. He would refer to like his boss at the paper. I'm like, but no, he just seemed like he was trying to get down to business. He was trying to get down to it. Like, who did this? But like, yeah, I couldn't suspend it. And he's still like a tough guy, but he doesn't kill anybody. And it felt like an episode of Murder She Wrote, if I have to be honest with you. So, but anyway, I digress even further. But let me see. I did get finally got an email stating my MVD order. Finally, it didn't ship. They printed the tracking. It hasn't been delivered yet.
Okay.
So we'll see if I can get it before Christmas. It'll be a month before that shit comes. It's gonna be crazy. But I have some good ones in that. I have like the mechanic in there and some other good stuff. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about the wildlife. So I was stoked. I missed out on the Kino sale last year, if it was even part of the sale.
Yeah, it was.
But
I
I
was gonna
got
get
it,
it last year, never got it.
and I got it this year because I had started talking about it last year, but I got it this year. And dude, I don't even know what to, I don't. I guess I don't want to blow my load on this. I want to ask you what you thought about the movie. Okay, I'll put it right out there. I acknowledge that it's not there's nothing in this movie there's not a single scene in this movie that's as iconic as the pool scene in Fast Times, right?
Oh no.
No, of course not. So I'm not trying to set that standard, but this movie's notable because I guess over time people have considered it an unofficial sequel to Fast Times. It's not, but they're saying that because Cameron Crowe wrote Fast Times, and this is his follow up. He wrote it because he hadn't started directing yet. But this is his follow up to Fast Times, and it's like more of the same. It's like now we're focusing on the last week of summer as opposed to in school. So you don't really see anything in school, really. There's like the opening scene of him, like when it's closed, and the end of the movie, you see him going back to school. But it's really about the last days of summer. And I'd say you had to focus on everybody, and I think that's really it. At first, I was watching it, I'm like, well, this one just has a little bit more focus on the young adults. You got people like Eric Stoltz, where he's like, getting his first place, and he's working. It's like that, but that's not really true either because the Fast Times had Brad, who was a young adult.
Yeah.
I just think it's the school versus summer thing. That's all it is, because all the other people were in high school too. Like, Leah Thompson was in high school, but they were just working their summer jobs. That's really the main difference. But I enjoyed that dynamic of it. They work jobs in Fast Times too, the weekend jobs. There's just something about it, taking it out of school a little bit. But I related to the whole him getting his first apartment thing. That was kind of fun. I really relate with that. Like, oh, it's his first place. And oh man, when you see like Chris Penn's character, I'm like, dude, that is such a Zamula inside joke.
He's hysterical.
He's such a Zamula. Like that. There's that fucking asshole friend, right? That's just kind of like an asshole, a douchebag. And but yeah, go ahead and tell me what you thought about the movie before we get too far into the weeds.
So Fast Times. I mean, did Fast Times come out in late 70s or early
That's
80s?
80s. Fast
I would-
Times was at 82. So this is 2 years after Fast Times. This is 84. Fast Times is 82.
And the feeling of Fast Times was late 70s, early 80s. I could definitely tell
No,
for Fast Times. This does have the mid 80s feel to it.
I think
Um,
Fast Times is directly 1982. It feels. I think these both feel very similar. Like Fast Times felt like 82. This feels like 83, 84. So very similar. Because you got to imagine, Fast Times don't feel like 70s because literally you have everybody dressed like Pat Benatar and shit like that. She wasn't hot in the 70s. This is very much my mom's high school years. Now, he was talking, you'd have like Mike Damone talking about established bands that were big in the 70s, like Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets for I want to take my brother. And like he's doing like singing the Dream Police. These were songs that were, but even when he's singing the Dream Police, it's funny, that's Cheap Trick. Even in the context that Mike Damone is singing Dream Police, trying to sell the tickets, you can tell that she's not interested because they're not hip anymore, because that was like late 70s. So to me, it is very early 80s. Like, what are you talking about? Your mom's it's still cool. But anyway, I disagree. I think they both, I love that about it too. I'll always take movies that are genuinely filmed in the era over a period piece. Like I love Dazed and Confused, and I think it does it super well. My mom was like, man, that's exactly what fucking the late 70s was like. It's 100%. But I know, but I just, there's something so authentic about watching Fast Times or even this, where it's like, this was it. Like
No,
in wildlife, they're working in the fucking bowling alley, and like that was the place to be back in the day. People went to the bowling alleys on the fucking weekends. But go ahead, sorry.
no. The reason I think Fast Times is more the mall setting. I think it felt a little bit more early '80s. Just the whole look. This one,
This movie
what?
took place a lot in the mall too, because
This one?
Chris Penn's girlfriend worked in the mall.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's at the chic '80s, which that whole scenes those are great with
You got
Rick
Lewis with his
Moranis.
flock of seagulls hair.
Rick
Dude.
Moranis,
Rick-
oh, so funny, dude.
That fucking big poofy hair. It's my hair.
Yeah.
You're like, what? He's so like him just like trying to sleaze on her and trying to hit on her. Like he's just getting a little closer each time, and then Chris Penn cock blocking him. It's so I love it, dude. It's so funny. Yeah, go ahead.
No, the characters are great. I mean, I love the little brother, the kid who wanted to be in the military,
He's
the
obsessed with
pyro
Vietnam.
guy.
He's obsessed with
Bombs and
late.
stuff.
He's obsessed with late '60s culture, and I
Yeah.
love that. I love how they painted his character because you enter his bedroom. He's got Hendrix and Jim Morrison posters on his wall.
Yeah, he
He's
dresses like
listen-
Morrison. Yeah,
He's
Or-
listening to like he's listening like to Hey Joe, and yeah, he's got the military garb on, and he worships Randy fucking what's his face the
Randy
Vietnam vet,
Quaid. Yeah,
Randy Quaid, and I love that. It's just like he's always talking about his friend Charlie, and like there's no questions about who this kid is, and his
Mhm.
like what he doesn't really have to say a lot. You kind of know, and it's crazy because Ian Michael Thomas, he's most known, I'd say, for Weird Science. He's a geek. And so to see him in this where he's not really a geek or he doesn't take any shit, it's kind of odd, but it's he did it really well, right?
Mhm.
Like when he comes up to that guy in the bowling alley. First of all, what a weird kid. He's walking through the bowling alley with a boombox listening to fucking like Foxy Lady or
Hendrix,
something
yeah.
or whatever. And like, first of all, that's weird. And then, but
Mhm.
maybe the '80s was like that. People just carrying around boom boxes. I don't know, in other places. And I think it's also weird for this guy that's clearly older than him to go, "Hey, turn that shit off!" Like, I don't think any of that confrontation would happen today. I don't think the guy would have the boombox, and and even if somebody did, I don't think we would like, well, fucking that guy's weird, and we'd go about our day. But I love that. I love the whole him challenging that guy, right?
And he has the love interest with the younger gal. He finds out.
Yeah, the
Um,
cigarette.
Yeah.
Next time it's your face.
And
Yeah.
and then the kid just eats the cigarette. I mean, it's just random stupid shit team.
I love that, dude. I laughed, dude, because he kept trying to one up him. I love it, dude. Because I took that as he felt really intimidated by this little kid. Burns the cigarette. Next time it's your face, he takes it. Like, dude, when I watched that, I'm like, is that we've crossed the line into moronic? Is that supposed to mean you're hard, dude? Like, if you were that guy's lady, you'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, that isn't was that you that makes you tough? You ate a fucking nasty ass cigarette.
And then he lays down in front of the car.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
willing. He's willing to die for.
That pussy.
Yeah.
It's fun. And then it retreads some of the same themes as Fast Times, but it's actually kind of interesting that the same guy wrote two similar type of stories, coming of age things, slice of life, day in the life type of things. Because you would think he would want to like approach it from two completely different angles, which I'd say some of the stuff is retread, which is interesting, but they are from a little bit different angles. Like I said, the summertime. So in Fast Times, they're in school. School's ending, right? In Fast Times, the school year's winding down, and you have like the Eric Stoltz character and Brad, but we don't. He's talking about his life, and he's talking about I'm a working man now. He wants to work himself up at the burger joint, and he's paying off his car, and he's going through the same thing Eric Stoltz is.
Yeah.
But we're kind of like watching it like a fly on the wall. Like it's kind of happening on the side. Whereas like we're at the end of summer here and Eric Stoltz, we're watching him get the apartment. We're watching him work at his job more. We're watching him have doctors for neighbors and try. Dude, you know what scene I could totally relate to 100% with Eric Stoltz? like that's stuff you don't get to, you know what I'm saying? It's coming from a slightly different angle on the way we're seeing it. But I love the first scene where he moves into his apartment and he's, he probably feels like a big man. I'm an adult now. And he goes by the pool and he tries to mac on these older chicks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you are a small fish in a big pond now, my friend.
Yeah.
Right? You getting cocky, like, hey, I got my own place. Like, I don't give a fuck. Dude, I like great. Like, dude, I've had those encounters myself, dude, in different times of my life. Not necessarily that same thing, or it's just like the people couldn't be any less impressed, dude, and they fucking just totally like burn you.
Oh yeah.
It's funny, man. But and then you have, yeah, let's talk about the characters. We went over Ian Michael Thomas, which he's a great character. His whole arc is really cool, and he ends up meeting, he ends up bringing his friend over to meet the guy he idolizes, Charlie, and that was his growing up moment.
They
Right.
had that Randy Quaid clip in there. Was he shooting a heroin in the bathroom? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. So okay, so that was, these movies are all about like growing up.
Yeah.
Right, and they all have moments of them growing up. And in this movie, his moment where he grew up was he realized that, yeah, when he saw Randy Quaid shooting up, right? Because he idolized him. He's like talking,
Yeah.
you could tell he wanted to be in that. He's going to the fucking army surplus store and trying to buy fucking artillery and stuff. And you got Ben Stein in there. He idolized it. He doesn't know what he's idolizing, and he's just, and then it's not like he's being misled by someone like Randy Quaid, because Randy Quaid even says, like, dude, you don't want to fucking go there. You don't want to be there. Like, what are you doing? He's being nice to him. But when he sees the reality and he goes in there to tell him goodbye or whatever, he sees him shooting up and he just has that look on his face. He realizes, oh shit. That was his moment where he grew up. Like, man, this is not a game. And this guy's not cool. This guy's fucked up. And this guy, all that good stuff. Kind of like how Leah Thompson's moment where she grew up was when she realized she has her she has her Jennifer Jason Leigh moment.
Yeah.
Right, where same thing. We got the same thing happened in the first movie where she was the underage girl and she got hit on by the guy at the restaurant, and right, Mike, I don't remember what his name is, but anyway, they meet out the dugout and he fucks her, and he works at like the fucking like Radio Shack or whatever, and she's dodging her calls and whatever, and same thing happens to Phoebe Cates where she's dating this older man and she thinks she's like, oh, sophisticated, but like the older man isn't talking to her anymore. Really, she's delusional. She had a fling with an older guy once, just like Jennifer Jason Leigh, and she thinks she's got this long distance romance with an older man who's clearly just fucking around. It's the same thing. And now we're getting that from Leah Thompson's perspective too, where she broke up with Derek Stoltz. She's on summer break and she starts fucking macking it with a cop, which the cop's fucking scummy and hilarious.
Yeah.
He's characters. I like his character.
Sleazy, yeah.
Dirtbag, dude. And guess what? Just like the Fast Times girls, he's only coming around when he wants some, but she's smitten. She's telling her friend at the beginning of the movie, like, oh man, it's the first time I ever had an orgasm. Like, oh, he's an older man. Like, oh, great. But we all know where that's going. We all know. It's like, because clearly it's like, on the surface, it's like, well, this is obviously a girl that's in high school and this is a fucking cop. This is already bad. Like, we know she's delusional. And it's so funny. They even make that remark. Like, her friend makes that remark of like, well, he could bust you for being underage. How fucking asinine is that comment?
I know.
That's how naive they are. Oh, the cop's going to bust you because you're underage having sex. Okay. But that's the kind of shit an adult would tell a kid, right?
Yeah.
And it's so, I think it paints the picture so well. And obviously, he does the thing where like, Mike's not calling anymore and she's sad, just like in Fast Times. Now he's speeding up and he's not coming by anymore. Then it's, oh, you only come by. Let's go on a real date. This is a real date. Let's go fuck on the burger patties,
the
back
donuts,
there. Or donuts or whatever. And of course he's married, right? And you have that whole scene, which by the way, when her friend takes her to his house, that is Nancy Wilson again. She makes a cameo in this too, because Nancy Wilson of Heart, she's married to Cameron Crowe, and she had a cameo in Fast Times. She was the girl in the Corvette that was laughing at Brad with the pirate hat on.
Yeah,
where you think she's flirting, and he's like, And she's like, oh, and he's embarrassed and he throws it out the window. She was the wife in this. And that scene, dude, no, I've never been in that situation, but I can imagine. Like, dude, I don't know. I bet you there's a lot of people that have been in that situation that have been the girl, like getting duped by a married guy, that just fucking relate to that scene a lot.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of girls that were clearly fucking married guys, and they were. I guess they didn't know, but they were just so fucking dense. Like they just, you know what I mean? Naive. Like, it's just, are you serious? Like, and you being a male friend, like, dude, that guy is fucking married. Are you fucking crazy? Like the look, it will little be that situation where like, oh, that guy only came, like, it's, you're like, so he only comes around at these times and he doesn't answer your phone at this time. Like, dude, he's fucking married. Are you fucking what? But they're so delusional.
Yeah.
Um,
They think
anyway.
they'll change them. Yeah.
No, or they just don't know. They just don't. They're delusional. They don't realize it. Like, are you dense? Like, you really think it's just a coincidence that he only meets you on his terms at these places outside of both, and he doesn't answer his phone call like during dinner? You know, like, come on, man. Like, fucking, if it looks and sounds like a duck, he's fucking married. I've had that talk with a few friends before in my life. Like, dude, I've even yeah. But anyway. And then what do you make of Chris Penn's character? Who's the standout? I have to say real quick, this is very much like Fast Times, but there are moments in this movie that tilted a little bit more into sex comedy. There's a couple that you never would have got the strip club scene.
The
with
strip
Fast
club
Times.
was friggin' hysterical.
So fucking fun. When he jumps on the
Yeah.
stage, ah, and he starts sucking the tits, dude.
Motorboat, yeah.
Like,
I was cracking up, man.
Don't touch the girls.
Yeah.
And that whole scene, dude, where he's like annoying the guys next to him, and then he punches the chick, dude. That I died laughing when he ducked and he punched the chick in the face. It was so ridiculous. Like that
I was
was
laughing when they were getting in the giant martini glass or whatever.
Oh, and that chick's like with a huge
Yeah.
chest, and she's like, woo, ah. But that was so wild. Like that was like Animal House territory. So now we were getting a little bit into sex comedy, like slapsticky. But it was so much fun, and you kind of get that too with the party in the third act, which is insane. Like that's some Revenge of the Nerds bachelor party shit. That's not. We're kind of leaving the Fast Times a little bit, but it was so fun, dude. That party scene was just that was crazy. There's a couple of cameos. Did you notice them? So the guy that plays the TV repairman, you might not be privy to it, but the guy that plays the TV repairman was this guy named Lee Ving. He's like a punk rock legend. He's in the band Fear. I love that dude. Just coming home and who's that? Oh, he's the TV. He's the cable guy. Like what? Fucking. And then you had Ron Wood of Rolling Stones. Did you see him like randomly get a beer out of the fridge? It's Ron Wood.
Is that the one in the bedroom with the girl?
No. He was in the kitchen. He was in the main party, and it's just Ron Wood. That fucking crazy black spiky hair, and he still looked old back then, and it's just crazy. But I love that scene, dude, where they're like there's no room in here. Well, there's a dance floor over there out of the house, and they just fucking break down the wall, dude. Like, duh! That's so absolutely crazy and wild. Like it's almost like a cartoon, but part of me wishes that really happened in real life, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that was hysterical. And the fact that they have their own like little bro thing where they smash each other's heads together.
Oh, dude, I was dying laughing, dude. And the first time they did that, when they were at the restaurant, when he said he was going to marry, I'm going to propose to her, Chris Penn. When they first did that, I was like, what the fuck? I love it, dude. It's so fun. And they punch fists, dude.
Yeah.
The crack. I love it, dude. I think I love all the characters in the movie, but dude,
Chris Penn's the best.
Chris Penn steals the show. It's casual. You could tell they were trying to make that happen. Was that a thing people said?
I guess.
Or were they just trying to make him like, it's casual?
I love his blonde hair too. Blonde curly hair.
Yeah, and I love every scene he's in. I like the scene when he sneaks up into his girlfriend's bedroom too. Just that whole scene's really funny too. It's very 80s where he's clearly being a manipulator, where it's like, you know, when somebody said you didn't have as good a body as this, I was there for you. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
You just like want to like slap her in the face. Like, what are you doing? Falling for this shit. And then I love it when she actually screams when he gets handsy or whatever. And dude, when he rolls out that window, I'm like, dude, fucking what a fucking I don't know. because he like backflips outside the
Mhm.
window. He rolls off the roof and he lands in a bush like with such finesse and jumps in the car. I'm like, yeah, my ass, dude. My neck would have been broken. Everything. But only in movies like that. Only in 80s movies, dude. People like
Oh,
roll
yeah.
out of fucking top bedroom. And I love just sluts of sleazeball, dude, when he's like just staring at her from the window, like, ooh. And she's like getting naked. You see her big tits. I don't know, man. It was really cool to see a time capsule from the 80s like this I'd never seen or heard of before. Like, um, who
No, I
else?
really enjoyed it. It's definitely not perfect. I would give Fast Times. I think it's probably a perfect film. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I really
Yeah, I
enjoyed
give it
it.
an 8 out of 10 too. Fast Times is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fast Times is just I don't know. I don't know if because they're similar enough. I don't know if maybe the characters are just even more fleshed out in Fast Times, or I don't even want to say it's the pacing because I think the pacing of Wildlife is
Yeah.
it's 90 minutes, dude. It's
Yep.
yeah, I don't know what it is. It's really good. Maybe part of it is I've just grown up with Fast Times. That could be part of it.
Mhm.
But Fast Times really stays in its lane a lot. Like I said, this goes into sex comedy territory at a couple places, but that's also why I like it.
So this was a bomb then, or what?
Oh, dude, it had a $6 million budget and it made like three.
That's
It
crazy.
tanked. I do think yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the characters. Because like, okay, who's the equivalent to Leah Thompson's character? Probably Jennifer Jason Leigh,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? The Jennifer J with a little bit of Phoebe Cates. Actually, there's like a little bit of both, but uh, Jennifer Jason Leigh definitely had more of an arc because you don't learn that much about Leah
No.
Thompson. You see her at the donut shop over and over again. You know she's fucking a cop and she's kind of going through that whole thing. Because obviously, when she found out he was married, that was her grown up moment. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, where I'm no longer innocent or whatever. But you just know that her and Eric Stoltz were dating. They're broken up and they get back together. You know, Jennifer Jason Leigh, she goes through the older man thing, treating her like a piece of meat, not calling her back, and then you actually see her get with like the underdog and get with a sweet guy after fucking Mike Damone and having the pregnancy scare and getting an abortion. She
Yep.
goes through so much, right? There's just a lot more there, I guess. Um, and then I don't know. Maybe I'm just grasping here. Maybe that's what it is. And is Chris Penn supposed to be like the Spicoli? But Chris Penn's like an athlete. Chris Penn's not Spicoli. Spicoli is like a fucking. He's a nice guy, you can tell, but he's a burnout. He's a nice burnout. Uh, whereas Chris Penn is your Zamula. I am not trying to like that's just a code word. He's a douchebag. He's an all-state wrestler. He's trying to fuck chicks, right? Oh, like when he says, "Oh, do you know this chick? Oh yeah, she's a fucking dog. I fucked her in the back of my man. What a dog. She was a hound. Like that's my sister. Oh, like he's that guy.
I love how everybody's like, "Aren't you in high school?" And
And
he's
then
like,
yeah,
"Yeah, yeah."
he goes to the strip club like, oh, you did. I saw you to go wrestle all state last year. You were great. And he goes like, okay, it'd be $20 for you. But if you saw him in all state last year, you know he's not.
Well, he
Maybe,
tried to buy liquor in the beginning. He couldn't buy it.
yeah, I
Remember,
don't know.
remember, he was like, "Oh, do you know such and such?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I took her in the backseat of my car. Oh, that's my sister. Oh,
Yeah,
you meant no, the other girl."
yeah. But he's doing that whole thing where he's just a guy that wants to fuck. He's
Yeah.
just an asshole douchebag. He's like the fucking cop, dude. I mean, he's not really any different. He's like one of those assholes. And I don't really.
Rick Moranis. I wish we would have got more Rick Moranis.
Dude, he's funny when he met
Oh,
her at the mattress section,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, I just really forward. I kind of thought, I think where you kind of expect that to go, and they didn't do it, is for him to get handsy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You kind of thought, and then him get slapped, and like, oh, him go too far, because really he didn't. He just confessed what he thought about her, and then she's like, oh, I gotta go. Oh, I don't see you like that, right? You kind of wanted to see him get his like, because he's on a bed.
Hmm.
It's like they're at a mattress. Like, why you want to see him like get? I don't know. Maybe that would have been kind of fun. Uh, but yeah. Oh,
I'm on Letterbox, and this looks like it's all over the place with people. Like some people love it, and some people hate it. It's weird.
I think it's a lot of fun. I give it a.
Yeah.
So other people I noticed in the flick, the bouncer at the strip club was Kevin Michael Richardson. He's famous for playing the Predator. Like he's just a real
Mhm.
big guy. put him in like the Predator costume and shit like that. And I also Chris Penn's dad is Sean Penn's dad. That's their real dad. That was pulling him out of the party.
Mhm.
Which I didn't catch that at the end when he's pulling him. Did he make it seem like he didn't even know he moved out? Was that what he's saying? Like, well, you've been gone.
That's
So
that's what I was wondering too. Did he
When he
not
was
tell
like-
his parents he moved in with?
yeah, like when we was scolding him, pulling him out. I heard some like dialogue. Was he like scolding him, saying something like basically you haven't been home in a fucking week,
That's the way I took it too. Yeah.
and he never told him it. I love that dude, but I think he plays the character so well because you got Stoltz, which is kind of a pushover. Like literally, he invites him to come live with him, and then fucking he had the audacity of taking the bigger room. Like, no, you needed the bread. I get the bigger room. Like, dude, since when in history does somebody that's already living somewhere and they sign the lease and you move into their place where they're already established? Do you get to you don't fucking take the room they're already in?
Why would he agree to that?
Why would you say,
he-
oh, flip for it? Like, flip for it. Like, why would you? No, put
No,
your
I
fucking.
know.
But that's exactly, I think, how it would play out, though. It sounds weird to me because I'm me and you're you. But let's just say there's certain people in our lives. I'll say a Lil Smokey, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? Lil Smokey.
Mhm.
I could totally see someone like Lil Smokey being Eric Stoltz in that situation. And you put someone like we'll say their name reminds of Kramula.
Mhm.
You put those type of two people together, I could see Kramula pulling that shit with Lil Smokey and Lil Smokey doing it. It's like Lil Smokey handing over fucking money to the first bum in Chicago he sees. You know, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So
yeah.
you put the right people, absolutely. I think that's the kind of shit because when you have these people that are users, they're going to use and they're going to prey on those types of people. So I think it's 100% realistic, even to the point they establish that's the way he is, right? Because when they're going to his stag party, they're all treating him like shit. They're treating him like shit in the backseat of the car. They're like, oh, they're not giving him a beer. They're handing out beers and they don't give him one. They're passing the fucking cigarette or the joint or whatever it is, and they just skip him on purpose. And then when they pass by the cop, they all throw the fucking contraband in his lap. It's like they're obviously treating him like shit and they're just
Yeah.
using him. It's kind of weird because it almost seems like at first it's like, oh, are they best friends? Like, because they're working together, but not necessarily. They seem like they're cool, but I don't know how close they are because it's like, he's showing up too late to work. He's making him fucking work part of his shift because he doesn't want to come to work. He's using him there, right? And then he uses him to get in his apartment, and then he fucking takes his bedroom. I mean, he's just one of those. He's like one of those fringe friends that's like an asshole. But I don't know. I thought he played the part awesome.
Have you seen? Speaking of Cameron Crowe, have you seen Singles?
Yeah,
Was that any good?
yeah, it's good. Citizen Dick, the grunge band, starring.
I never saw that one.
It's all about the whole Seattle. It takes place during the Seattle movement. That's the backdrop, and that's where they're all from. That's where Cameron Crowe's from. That's why Cameron Crowe has such a big tie to all those grunge bands. Like he's good friends with Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam. He's directed a lot of their stuff for them. That's why he's married to Nancy Wilson of Heart, who's also from Seattle. So it the star is Matt Dillon, and he sings for a grunge band called Citizen Dick, and his backing band is Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder's in his band, and Stone Gossard, and all that. And and that's obviously where Wood came from. Alice in Chains is playing in the club. They're playing, and I have the single soundtrack, and Wood appeared on that soundtrack before Dirt ever came out. So, and that's got like State of Love and Trust on it because that's where that came from and shit like that. And
So you actually see Lane Staley in the movie?
yeah, they're
Oh,
they're
nice.
they're playing.
Nice.
They're playing at a club, yeah. And Pearl Jam's in the band Citizen Dick, where that Matt Dillon just kind of looks like an Eddie Vedder knockoff, but they're kind of, I don't recall them really having a lot of lines. Like they're just kind of the band, like they'll be hanging out, whatever. But that's a good one. But I love Cameron Crowe, man. And he, for the longest time, he did like one of the only Tom Cruise movies I liked for the longest time. I
Vanilla
love
Sky?
Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah, you did that too.
Yeah, I never saw Vanilla Sky.
Oh, Vanilla Sky's awesome.
But I love Jerry Maguire. I think Jerry Maguire is great, and that's got Jerry Cantrell in it, right? The connection. He put Jerry Cantrell. It's what makes you great, man. Put your balls out there. The Kinko's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jerry Maguire's classic. I remember when that first came out. That was huge.
I gotta go to the bed. I gotta go to the bed. But yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
I really want you to see Vanilla Sky and tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, I'll put it on the list because I've opened my heart up a little bit more to Tom Cruise in the last few years. So you
Because
know,
that's a very divisive movie too.
but I love Cameron. I love what's it called? Almost Famous. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, I love Almost Famous. Yeah, it's
I think
great.
Almost Famous. Yeah, like Cameron Crowe. So Fast Times and this movie, they are literally a product of when they came out. Obviously, when we're talking about Almost Famous, we're making a period piece. Like, came out late 90s, early 2000s, and it takes place in the 70s. But once again, all these movies are about his life, right? Because Cameron Crowe was like a kid. He was a journalist.
Mhm.
He was a kid. Just the kid in Almost Famous is mirroring Cameron Crowe. He was a kid that got hired to write for Rolling Stone, and he
Yeah.
got to, he didn't go on tour with Stillwater. That's obviously fictional, but he went on tour with the Eagles and Zeppelin and shit. And so that's his story.
Mhm.
And so when he created Stillwater, he based him off real life musicians that he spent a lot of time with. Like Jason Lee's character, the singer of Stillwater, he says he based him 100% on Glenn Fry,
Mhm.
right? Egomaniac and all that. So it's really cool. Just like Fast Times, that's a product of when he was a journalist. He was a kid. When he was like a young adult, he went undercover like 21 Jump Street, posing as a high school kid for like a week or whatever, a couple weeks, and he just kind of surveyed of what the culture was like, and he wrote Fast Times off that. It's really fascinating. Like that guy had a fascinating life. Really, really cool stuff. But yeah. Oh, and I think what's it called? I think Almost Famous has an absolutely flawless ending. It's such a perfect ending to a movie, which I think is the hardest thing to nail. It's like the bet. If somebody asks me right now what movie has, there's a lot of movies that have a great ending, but that's the one that comes to my brain first. I'm just gonna say Almost Famous. I love that, dude. Where the guitar player kind of gets his comeuppance,
Mhm.
right? He's two timing his wife, and he's in love with Penny Lane, and the groupie, and he treats her like shit, breaks her heart, and all this whole shit. And he was just kind of using his friend, using the journalist kid, right? He burns everybody. And then at the end, like he has his redemption, right? Like he comes to his house when he's just a kid again, and it's all over, and he gives him his interview. Even
Mhm.
though, like, fucking, you would have thought he would have never saw him again because he felt betrayed by him, but really he treated him like shit. And like, I love that ending, dude, where they're sitting in the room and he doesn't really say sorry. He doesn't say any of that stuff, but he doesn't have to. But it's just like it's just like water under the bridge, and it's like him saying, "Hey, I abused your friendship, and I'm sorry, and I'm an asshole, and I got everything I deserved." It's such you remember the ending?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it, dude. I love that ending. Very satisfying. But anyway, so final thoughts on Wildlife. You give it an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10 too.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was good.
I don't regret buying it. I'm glad I own it, and it's so easy to watch. I know I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up with our last segment. Todd, go ahead and pull out name your Kino, and pull out your dick, whatever. That's what I almost said.
Uh,
It's casual.
okay.
On the while you're pulling that up on the Wildlife, did you watch the special feature on there?
I didn't know. I
The only
didn't
real
know.
special feature on there is a new interview with Ian Michael Thomas, and it's pretty cool. And it's so funny because him talking about how like he's not even recognizable. He looks totally like a different guy. He's like in his 50s, and but he's like he sounds the same, but it's funny how he's like, dude, I don't like acting. He's like he was only in 4 movies, and he said he just kind of fell into it because he was in like ballet or dancing or something. And literally, the first movie he got, they came to his dance school to poach talent to try and like say, "Hey, you guys want to audition?" And I don't know if that wasn't he in like Footloose or something. I don't know what the first movie was, but it probably had to do with something with dancing. And he got the job, and it was just kind of on a whim, kind of like an Eddie Furlong thing. Like, okay, sure. And then he was just like, you know what? And this is how Hollywood is. Once you get one role, all of a sudden you got a fucking manager and you got more work. and it's just like he just fell into it. It's like whatever. So then he did this, and he did Weird Science, and then he did like one more movie, and he just done. And he was like, I don't even talk about acting. He's like, I don't even like, nobody knows. He's like, every now and a blue moon, he's like a professor at a college or something. He's like, every now and a blue moon, some kid might Google me for whatever reason, like I'm a professor, and then they're gonna get yeah that shit. And every now and again, it might come up, but like I don't talk about it. It's not. I just. But he was like kind of beating himself up. He's like, I'm not a good actor. He's like, I wasn't a very good actor. I wasn't very comfortable for me. He was talking about the scenes. He's like, I was so embarrassed. Like when I had to sing Wild Thing, like fucking at the start of, I love that opening scene. He's like, I was so humiliated. It's like Cameron Crowe was on set and he made sure everybody left so he could do it alone. And I'm like, I get it. Maybe he's not like the greatest actor in the world, but I think he plays the part fine. Like he gels really well with the whole 80s, you know?
Oh yeah, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, and then he did Weird Science. Like, Weird Science was like, that's like John Hughes, man. Like that's a big movie. I think I was like, you'd think you would never be able to like not live that one down, but I think he's great. But anyway,
God,
where
I'm
is it,
trying to-
Todd?
I'm trying to find it.
Don't you want it? Don't you want it? Don't you want it? Oh, did you like lose it?
Yeah, I had it. I had it prop or ready to go, and then I closed the file, and now I can't find it.
You don't have a folder that you put all this stuff into.
I do, but I have tons of stuff in these folders. Okay, hold on. I found it.
All right, so let's go. Let's put a bow on this.
Okay, let me start sharing here. Okay, so the last thing we did for Name That Kino, we did a Waiting is the movie. So I
Yeah.
kind of tied it into this for Choose Your Destiny. Choose Your Destiny would be the KFC buffet
Oh wow.
or the Godfather's buffet.
Godfathers. Well, Godfathers is regional, so this isn't going to speak to everybody. But
Or Pizza Hut buffet, whatever.
yeah, I think Pizza Hut would probably be applicable for everybody. But you know what? You know, it's the first thing I thought of though.
Mm.
Uh, that makes more sense. But I thought Valentino's.
They don't have that anymore.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, they don't have the
Dang.
anymore.
They're all gone. Okay, so this is actually a really good one. Todd tends to be food centric, but this one's a really good one because this one scratches a nostalgic itch. I don't know. First of all, this Pizza Hut doesn't have a buffet anymore, right?
No,
And KFC doesn't have buffets anymore, right?
no.
So yeah, it's like they're all like, so back in the day, dude, I don't, still Godfather's in Nixon, Missouri, where my grandma lives, still has a buffet.
Yeah, our Godfather still has a buffet, I think.
Yeah. So
Wendy's used to have a buffet too.
Wendy's,
Yeah,
the burger joint.
yeah.
That's
Because they had the salad bar, and then I think they had something else too.
oh yeah, they used to have a salad bar. Now I'm sorry, but there's no way they had like burgers and stuff. Maybe they have chili and stuff, chili and salad bar. or something.
Chili, yeah.
Well, this one's a good one. If it is Godfather's Pizza, most people don't realize what that is, but Godfather's Pizza is just better than pizza. Godfather's Pizza is good. At least it was. I haven't had it in
It's
forever.
pretty good. Yeah.
But back in the day, it was really good. If you would have asked me as a kid, gosh, dude, it's really tough because kid love pizza and stuff like that. But KFC, for example, buffets, they lasted a lot longer because they still had KFC buffets. I know in Springfield, Missouri, at least all the way up until
2000.
2010, 2009.
That late? I haven't seen them since maybe 2000.
Well, I moved to Springfield, Missouri in 2003. They didn't have them when I left in 2012, but they probably had them for maybe 2008, 2009. Yeah, because they had one in Nix I ate at. They had another one in downtown that I ate at a couple of times. I don't know, man. That's tough, dude. I tell you what. I think that buffet was only like $5 though.
Yeah.
I'd go into like KFC, man, and you'd sit there, and it's not a lot of stuff, but it's everything you see there. You got mashed potatoes, you got the mac and cheese, dude. I don't know what the red stuff is. Is that like
Those
like
are baked
salsa?
beans.
Oh, baked beans, yeah. And then they got the biscuits, and dude, the chicken,
The
dude. I don't
chicken,
know.
yeah.
I am gonna.
What,
Okay,
Bill?
I think I have to say KFC, and that's because there's just more to pick from. With the pizza bar, I mean, Pizza Hut. I mean, maybe they had breadsticks and like cheesy bread, but
I think they had nachos and nacho cheese too.
did they? Um, but KFC, man, you're getting two different kinds: extra crispy, original recipe chicken. You're getting, you're getting all those sides, dude. You're getting the baked beans. You're getting the, there's probably some green beans back there. You're getting a broader palette. But I have to give a bonus point though to Pizza Hut and any kind of pizza place because they always had the arcades, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I never saw an arcade at a KFC.
No,
So I like the atmosphere of any pizza buffet way better, and I love the classic pizza buffet glasses, the see-through like red
the
glasses,
red
dude,
glasses. Yeah.
like they all had, like the frothy see-through, and but food, yeah. But when I go to like a KFC buffet, it literally just felt like you're in a KFC and there's like a couple old people and you're just eating there with your grandma and you're just kind of in and out. So yeah, food wise, KFC wins. Vibe, definitely pizza. Anything pizza. Like I loved Valentino's back in the day, dude. When we went to your wedding, I went to a Valentino's, and I don't remember which location it was, but it was fucking good. Because I remember I ate at a Valentino's with you one time before that, like when I visited. Terrible.
Yeah.
And I think it was the trip that I went down there when we went to Nate's. I think it was when I first met Nate Lush, and we watched Action Jackson at his apartment.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember that. And
No.
this is like pretty fresh off his brother passing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like, but I remember that trip. We went to a location. I think we played like House of the Dead or whatever, the arcade. And it was just shit, dude. The pizza was trash. It was dog shit. I'm like, what the hell is this? I couldn't. It might as well have been Cece's Pizza. Like, what is this? But then I went to the wedding with my mother, and we ate at this one location. It was pretty big, and it was awesome. Like, dude, like what is in the water at this one? Like, there was such a level of inconsistency. I guess I don't know, but but this buffet was robust at this S1. They had a ton of stuff. But yeah, I mean that's my answer. I kind of gave credit to both of them for different reasons, but as an older guy now, I don't care about games, arcade games really. I'm gonna give me the chicken, dude. Give me that fried chicken. The older you get, the more you crave fried chicken. Dude, I always make fun of I go to my grandparents' house, dude. If they're not eating fried chicken, they're talking about fried chicken. And they're talking about when they're gonna get fried chicken. And I'll stay for like a week, dude, and they have fried chicken like 4 nights out of the week. And they're like that, well, like a grocery store with like Price Chopper or Price Cutter. Well, they got their fried chicken's good, and it's on. They only have they charge for this on sale for this. Oh, we got these coupons for original recipe at Colonel. It's a fried chicken madness. And then I've watched my mom as she's gotten older. Here, dude, she eats fried chicken all the fucking time. I go, hey, pick me up an 8-piece. You going to the Safeway? Pick me up an 8-piece. I got a coupon. Pick me up an 8-piece deli. Oh my god, all the time fried chicken, dude. Like there's fried chicken in this house all the time. And you know what? I'm not gonna make fun of it because the pattern is showing itself. I'm gonna become
I
older,
love it too, man.
and I'm gonna start eating fried chicken 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, dude. Old people don't eat pizza; they eat fried chicken. I don't know why, but
I'm right there with you with the KFC, and then I love the KFC buffet. Like I wish they would still have them. I mean, I remember going in there with like grocery bags and like sneaking like biscuits out of there and like some other like chicken, just throwing it in bags, just so we can have stuff for later that night, dude.
dude,
The pizza is hard to do that with.
yeah. And do you? I remember at least in the early 2000s, 2004, 5, 6. Dude, you could go through the drive-through and get an 8-piece for $5.
Mm-hmm.
8 pieces of chicken for $5.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like you can get a coupon. They might have like an 8-piece for like $12, and that's with a coupon. Which I get it, inflation, whatever. But dude, food was so cheap. And back in those same days, they used to run Whoppers for $1 all the time. at
Mhm.
Burger King, at BK. And this is before they shrank everything and they were robust. Dude, I would go by, I had a metabolism like from hell back then. I could just eat whatever I wanted to back then. And dude, I remember I'd work a double shift at my restaurant job and I'd come home at like 1 in the morning and BK still be open and be right by my house. And I would get like 3 Whoppers, dude. And I'd spend $3. It'd be so much food. And I'd game all night, like on a Friday night before the weekend or something. And I would like customize them. I would make their life difficult. Like, yeah, can you add extra lettuce and tomato and could you add mayo on there? I want mayo on the bottom. I'd like just fucking make them more. And I would just, dude, how much food I ate for so little. How much would a Whopper cost you now? And they're like 66% smaller, dude. I saw what a Whopper looked like today. My mom got a Whopper, dude, and I was like, because I'll do food runs for. I'm her like Uber Eats driver, basically, Grubhub, dude. And then, dude, this Whopper was like a Whopper Junior. The Whoppers look like Whopper Juniors now, and the Whopper Juniors look like sliders. I'm not shitting you.
BK is
Gross.
disgusting now, dude.
It's disgusting.
So gross. I love McDonald's. I still eat McDonald's, but BK is nasty.
McDonald's has the fries. That's their claim for me. I think pound for pound, out of the big chains, Wendy's has the best burgers.
Oh, they do. They're just so expensive.
They are. You know who has but they're not the most expensive. I like Whataburger. Whataburger is probably expensive, and then Five Guys, of course, is good.
Five
But
Guys is good.
if I had it my way, you could just magically go to this like Epcot center of fast food where you can order a la carte. Like, well, I want McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
I want this burger from Whataburger, and I want this shake from this. Yeah, because everybody's kind of got their thing, right? And I think
Mhm.
Wendy's fries are pretty damn good too. They're not McDonald's taking the top spot, but Wendy's fries are close second, and they're
Their
just
Frosties are disgusting.
I can't comment on that, but I will say this: Walmart, McDonald fries are only worth a damn if they're fresh.
Yeah.
Their consistency on giving you cold fries, old fries, is really consistent at fucking that up. And there's nothing grosser than a stale McDonald's fry, I think.
A McDonald's biscuit is probably next to KFC. I think it's better than KFC biscuit.
Can we just say
They're-
the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time is the McGriddle? Can we just say that?
I would say bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. But McGriddle is my second favorite.
The McGriddle is so, and the McGriddle's not even like a classic legacy item. I think the McGriddle came out in like
The sausage McGriddle is great.
the McGriddle came out like maybe a little less than 20 years ago. 20 years ago, 18, 19 years. I remember when they came out because I was working at that Italian restaurant, and then we had a McDonald's like in the parking lot, just like right, a stone's throw away. So if you're opening up the store, a lot of times we would pool together and somebody would make a food run, like, oh, I want this, and they'd walk. And dude, I would go get McGriddles, dude. And they're so good. They're so fucking good. I don't know if they're still good because
Yeah,
everything
they
just
are.
fucking seems to go to shit. But
They're
I
good.
don't know.
I can't eat them, dude, because they're gut rot, dude.
oh, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
You want to go get a double down, dude?
Oh,
KFC. Remember when the double downs came out?
yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't eaten today, by the way.
I'm
so
starving, dude. I'm about
I'm-
ready to
I-
eat dinner.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up. I love it, dude. Oh, really quick. So you can even put a sub choose your destiny to this. Really quick. This will take 2 seconds. Extra crispy original recipe.
Extra crispy.
Wrong. Trick question. Lemmy is God. You do half and half. That's the only way.
No.
Dude, look, I'd
I'd rather go to Popeyes too than KFC.
oh well, Popeyes is better, and Popeyes they only do the crispy. Their
Yeah.
crisp is so good. My mom, like, she gets KFC all the fucking time. I'm telling you, man. And I'd be like, Mom, do you want me to get you extra crispy or original recipe? I can never get a straight answer because she'll always go, oh, original recipe. Don't give me that crispy shit.
That's an old person's thing right there.
Yeah.
It's original recipe.
But you know what? The original recipe does taste good, but it's like greasy. It's like
Mm.
really greasy. There's something about it. But yeah, there's nothing. She hates Popeyes, dude. I think Popeyes is awesome.
I love it. It's my
There's
favorite.
also churches. There's all kinds of chicken places, but I think Popeyes is where it's at, dude. Like all day long, yeah, I'll fucking take Popeyes.
Spicy chicken, then you get the hot sauce on it. Absolutely,
And with Popeyes, I do 50-50 because they're both extra crispy. It's just one spicy or regular.
Yeah.
Because I can't, dude. I'll like crave like some spice, but dude, if I ate all spice, dude, I'm gonna be shitting blood. There's something about their hot and spicy. It doesn't like hurt me while I'm eating it, but on the way out, dude, it's like a blood rain, dude.
I
Like,
eat
fire.
everything spicy, man. Everything spicy.
Anyway, this is
I need to go eat, man. I'm starving.
yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Like I said, let us know if you want anything different. Otherwise, I think we're planning for a holiday commercial a thon, and then maybe we can try and work it out to where we do our name that keynote tournament. We got to get some names on board, maybe for like New Year. So we'll catch you later. Thank you for joining.
You gotta get your presents next week too.
I totally forgot. Yeah. So I'll work on that tonight. All right. Catch you guys later. Bye.